Hello, amazing, wonderful Forbes Elementary students. It's time for another week at Forbes Elementary, and this is a fun, exciting week with lots of events. First, I want to talk a little bit about resilience. Thank you for being resilient. Thank you for doing hard things. School is work. A lot of you realize that it's work. It's not necessarily a party. And you are doing stuff that's difficult and hard, but it's helping you grow. And some of you, some things are easier for us than others. Some things are harder, but I appreciate you trying and doing your best on everything and being resilient. It's helping you, just like exercising helps us stronger with our bodies. Learning helps us stronger with our minds and helps our brain become strong and helps us be able to do lots of things that will help us get a job and reach our dreams in the future. So school can be a great tool for that. Hey, let's talk about some of the fun things that are happening this week. If you didn't already watch the White Ribbon video by our Hope Squad, watch it because there's some cool activities talking about White Ribbon this week. And we're going to focus on digital citizenship. This is going to be a longer message, and I hope it's not too long, but I want to point out a few things with digital citizenship. Please remember to always respect yourself and respect others. When you get on the internet, you need to be kind, just like in a real person. And just because sometimes people think they can hide or pretend to be someone else, they think they don't need to be kind. But you do. Be kind on the internet. Don't be a bully. Don't be mean. If you know someone's doing that, tell them to stop and get help from an adult if you need to. And know that you leave a digital footprint. So when you do stuff, sometimes you think you're hiding, but actually they can find out who did it. So know that whatever you do will eventually come back to you and they can find that out. So only say things. If you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. And if it's not something you would say to someone face to face, looking at them, then don't say it because even online, that's the same rule. Also, be safe online. When you go on the internet, make sure you're going to a place that an adult has showed you or that you know is trusted, because there's lots of places on the internet that are trying to get your information and find out about you and or have things that would not be appropriate for children. And we don't want you using those things or going there. A good rule of thumb too is never give out your information. Remember to never give out your information on the internet. You don't give people your name or where you live or information like that that could help someone find you or know about you that you wouldn't want to know about you. Because once it's out there on the internet, anybody can see it and the whole world can find it. And you don't want that to happen. You want to keep your information safe. What are a couple other things that you want to do? Balance your time online. You shouldn't spend all day online playing video games or watching YouTube or whatever else you'd like to do online. You need to spend time interacting with people and doing other things, exercising and reading and learning too. So those things can be fun and they are good activities, but they should be only a small piece of your life. Sometimes I think they get to where they become too much of our lives and we do too much of them. So remember to disconnect and be healthy in lots of ways in your life. And I think that's the main things I wanted to tell you about. Oh, and one more thing, don't copy and paste from the internet and try and pretend like it's your own work. So if you see someone else's work, you don't want to copy and paste it and pretend like it's your work. That would be dishonest. So make sure you're honest with your work and with the things that you do online. All right. That is kind of some of the themes of our White Ribbon Week. Our teachers will be talking more to you about it, and we have some fun daily dress-up themes that you can see in that commercial. Also, I heard from Mrs. Chavez that on September 31st, which is Wednesday, she's going to find out who read the most in September, which means I might be getting a new hairdo that might have a grade level etched in my hairdo, and then they get to pick the color to spray paint my hair. And I'm going to sleep on the roof for those of you who didn't get to see it in the spring to celebrate your last year's reading celebration. So that way I'll be able to do a few Instagram posts from the roof about my hair, and you'll get to see that, read a couple books from the roof to you. And in the morning, you'll get to wave at me and greet me in the morning as I'm up on the roof waking up. Also, if you want to drive by that evening after school and honk at me or wave at me, you'll see me up there having my roof day again, because I did promise that to some of the students and people who weren't able to see me in the spring. I wanted it to be a day that we were in school that anybody who could see me and be a part of that great celebration. Another fun thing we're doing next week is on Friday. Actually, two fun things on Friday. One is we're celebrating walking to school. So we invite you to be healthy, to meet us at the park that's up by the Creek Trail, and I put the address on the newsletter. You can tell your parents to look on the newsletter for that address. And we walk to school, and then our PTA, our parent-teacher group, has a treat for us at the school, and I believe they have a treat for everyone who comes to school that day, but the treat's to celebrate being healthy, walking to school, and being safe when we walk to school. So remember to be safe, to use the crosswalks. It's a great way to be healthy if we do it in a safe way, and then there's a little treat to celebrate, and I'll be walking with the later gators and the early birds to join you on that walk to school, and I'm excited about that. And also on Friday, we're celebrating our excellent students by having our second Positive Patriot Trading Post, which means that you'll be able to bring your Positive Patriots during the lunchtime recess or during the time your teacher sets up. Or if you're an online student, hopefully you've earned some Positive Patriots and set some goals with your teachers. You can earn your reward also, and we'll have a time when you could come to the office. Your parents can see that in the newsletter to pick up an item for you as well. So we're excited for the Positive Patriot Trading Post, so we can celebrate how excellent you are, and you can get some items that you choose. And I have talked a lot. After this video, you'll get to be able to play the national anthem, because we're just going to have you do that in your class each Monday instead of doing it as a whole class, because it seems to work better when you play it after you've done the announcements. And make sure you watch the announcements from our students about the day as well. Is that everything on my list? One last thing I wanted to say. We are doing such an awesome job of washing our hands and sanitizing and being clean and wearing masks. Thank you. We have no direct positive cases as of yet, and I'm making this on Friday, of COVID with our faculty or students. We do have a few of our faculty members and students who are quarantined as a safety measure because someone they know has had COVID or was close to them, so they have to quarantine just to be safe and make sure they don't get anyone else sick. So you might not see them, you might see them gone, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they've had COVID. In fact, we don't have any direct cases yet. And just know to keep being safe, keep helping us be healthy so we don't have a big outbreak at our school. And that will be an amazing thing. And if you have a substitute because your teacher or faculty member had to be safe and take a break because of a safety measure, be nice to the substitutes and understand we might have a few more substitutes this year, because anytime anyone has any symptoms or is in contact with someone, we're going to ask them to stay home, just like we ask you to. So there'll be more absences this year, and we'll have to work on being caught up. But that's just to help us be more safe, right? So be extra good to them, which reminds me of one more thing. We want to celebrate attendance, but we know a lot of people have to be absent because they're trying to be safe. So this is the way we're going to celebrate attendance. If you are here every day in the week, you can get a Positive Patriot. Or if you're not here because you have to be safe, then if you stay caught up on your assignments. So if you're not here, the good thing to do is to communicate. We want you to be responsible. Communicate with your teacher, get caught up on your missing assignments, and catch up on what you missed so that you can stay caught up in your learning and be the best you can be. I think that's all. Sorry for the long announcement. Have the most amazing week ever. You're awesome. It's so good to have you at our school. Keep being great.